What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Outside Line Media, and today we are talking about a caution-filled race at Road America.
Me and Patrick tried recording this. Was it yesterday?
It was yesterday.
It 100% is. Don't look at me
Yeah, but Sebring, you make a mistake. You're in a wall, not in the grass.
Yesterday, me and Patrick tried recording the IMSA video, and we tried squeezing it in about a 50-minute window before you had to go to work.
I think we need to figure out a way to fix it, because I think
I don't think it needs fixing. I think if we add artificial BS, it's going to make IMSA.
I think that if you run any race half of it under yellow, it's a shit race. Just like
I don't agree. I strongly disagree. We got talking in the first 10 minutes of recording about the cautions during that race, and one specific caution. We did not leave that subject. Yeah, but I'm just saying, you have to...
So the drivers were going full speed when he was in the worst situation, and then once he got going again, the driver slowed down.
And when we looked at the clock and realized, oh, Patrick needs to go to work.
We talked about this for 40 minutes.
I want Patrick to insert minute like 28 or something. We were in the thick of it.
This is the trend. Whoop.
That's trending down. If you zoom super far in on just the down part, you'll just see this. That's statistics, baby. That's statistics.
Bro, we were doing analysis and historical analysis of cautions at Road America live on the pod.
We somehow at one point pulled up the data for the last Mid-Ohio WeatherTech
Yeah, because
race.
I was curious how it would compare in the data. Because Mid-Ohio is kind of similar to Road America-ish.
So we're not going to get into this again. We're going to...
No, I said that just fully as a joke at the beginning.
Yes. I did sway Patrick. I did win the argument, guys. Don't worry. Yes. I won.
I mean, you did win the argument of just how much they're... Like, just pure quantity.
You can't...
It was still a good race. It was still a good race.
We're talking about Road America. A good race, but a caution-filled race, which... The last 2 years is what Road America
down from last time. Down from last year.
Down from last year by 15 minutes. It's the only sprint race of all four classes. Road America is a notoriously skinny and unforgiving track. Forgiving in a sense, but not forgiving.
You're not hitting
the runoffs are forgiving. You're not hitting a wall. You're not hitting a wall, but you're gonna get.
You're going into the grass.
So,
yeah.
I love this race because obviously talking about the GTPs, BMW RLL, which we were talking about later, they're the departure of RLL from BMW, but they got a 1-2, 24 in first to 25th in second, and Rainer van der Zand and Nicky Alloy in the 93 round out the top three. I'm very happy, obviously. It's a strategy masterclass. Great timing call. Got the caution, which was a shock to nobody. The caution that happened was a shock to some people. Patrick didn't like the caution. How are we on this again? Fuck, I'm done. LMP2 class.
LMP2 AO Racing continues their dominance. Spike won it by a solid 4-second lead over Inter Europol and TDS Racing in third. Yeah, the LMP2 boys not misbehaving too much, except for one big incident.
Lap one.
Yeah, except for one big incident.
Lap one, there was some misbehaving. One of those classic turn ones. I'm going to go around the outside, and the person on the inside's like, absolutely not. Stomps the gas, gets loose, dumps them. That was the 20, not the end of 22's day, but they were in the pits for a very long time, about 45 laps long.
Also shout out the longest penalty I've seen in IMSA, a 60-second stop and go for some terrorism. Was that Nick Tandy behind the wheel at the time? Felipe Nasr finished the race, but I think Nick Tandy was behind the wheel.
It was one of the number 7 Porsche Penske boys.
Yeah.
They saw red.
They definitely saw red.
Yeah, I don't know if they had an invisible spotter saying clear in their ear, but they just tried to clear somebody. Like they tried to NASCAR clear somebody at Road America and just dumped.
And then GTD Pro kind of a little bit of a surprising result, I would say, in GTD Pro.
Yeah, I mean they were good all they were looking good all weekend, but surprising as a weekend standpoint for sure.
Yeah, Paul Miller, I mean, they've looked good, but not race winning good. He's pulling up the receipts. He's pulling up the provisional points standings.
I just want to know. I'm just genuinely curious where they are in the points.
Well, I mean, they got the massive penalty in Daytona, and speaking from experience, a big points deficit from Daytona is hard to make up in the championship.
I love scrolling past the GT Pro drivers and just seeing James Hinchcliffe and doing a double take. James Hinchcliffe and Kyle Kirkwood are right next to each other in the driver championship. If you're wondering,
Did they get crashed out in the same incident?
must have. Paul Miller Racing is in 6th. So you're right. It's been a meh year.
Yeah.
Not
So I
many
mean,
great results.
probably 4th place if they didn't commit terrorism in Daytona, 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
But
good result from them.
Yep.
In 2nd, number 64, Mike Rockenfeller. That's all that matters. You don't even know who the other driver is. Do you say Perlow? Perlow. I always forget how to say his last name.
Or Prio.
Yeah, number 64. Whatever you want. And then in 3rd, the number 81 Dragon Speed, who's continuing a great season. They're in 2nd in the championship and closing. It's a 30-point gap between them and the number 3 Pratt Miller.
Yeah,
who hasn't won a race this year.
R.I.P. the number 4 Corvette Racing by Pratt Miller. They were looking for probably a race win, I would say, before they got murdered. Because they're the ones that got murdered, not the ones that murdered themselves. Yes. I think it was the number 3 that murdered themselves.
Yeah. Well, the number 3 is the one that's 1st in the championship. The number 4 is 7th.
The one with Garcia and Sims. Yeah. Where's Rexy at? Where's my green dinosaur at?
3rd.
We gotta do better, guys.
98 points, 100 points.
We gotta do better. Come on, AO. I don't care that you're getting BOP fucked right now. Do better.
Real. We need them to do good so they can bring a GTP program.
I mean, they're going to win LMP. How clear... I'm actually going to pull up the point standings real quick.
They have to be...
How clear is... Jesus Christ, which one do I open?
106, 107 points clear.
Oh, it's a CSV? They don't have a PDF?
No, they do. Championship points, PDF. Championship, very top. Championship points, provisional, PDF.
Ow! I was down in the points data. I'm going to have to dig into that CSV after this.
But yeah, good race from them.
Jesus, I just saw Scott Dixon and Alex Palou next to each other.
Beautiful. And finally, in the GTD category, the number 021 Tresari Competition.
They're over 100 points clear.
Yeah.
And the person in 3rd is Daniel Goldberg, who I'm pretty sure is their 3rd driver.
The number 78 Forte is in 2nd, and the number 34 Conquest in 3rd. Our boys at Turner got 4th. The boys at Wright Motorsports got 6th. They started low, just a driver home day.
Yep. 108 points clear, 107 points clear for Spike. That's damn near a race win.
That's what I was saying. Doesn't listen to me.
Sorry, I just finally looked at it. I was locked in.
He was locked in, and we respect that. Speaking of locked in, were you locked in on your predictions? How'd they do?
No, I was not locked in on my predictions.
What hit? What'd you get right?
I'm an LMP2 master. There's a reason I love driving LMP2s. It's because I know LMP2s. I did not get the winner. Unfortunately, the Pratt Miller number 73. We're not going to talk about how they finished. I did get a hit the apex for the number 99 AO Racing. And I did get my miss the apex of the number 52 PR1 Mathiasen, which they were not running after lap 21.
Yeah, I got Spike winning. I got the number 64 hitting the apex, the number 77 missing the apex in GT Pro, and I got GTD, I got Turner hit the apex, which I fought for.
Is that
A fourth place.
Benjamin Peterson
Yeah.
in the PR1? Okay. I don't know why I was shit talking him. I mean, I just don't like the name. That's why I did it, honestly. I do rate Benjamin Peterson as a driver, but
So what's that bring the standings to, Patrick, on the good old points?
it is a close one. I believe I updated this yesterday at 15-14 with me in the lead by 1 point.
I'll get him. I know ball.
Look,
Hopefully.
it's
We'll see.
nothing will ever compare to the IndyCar gap I have right now.
Of course, he wants to bring up the IndyCar gap.
Well, I can't bring up the NASCAR gap anymore after I kept doing fever dream podium after fever dream podium.
Just slowly ticking away.
Trying to Michael Massey this a little bit, so we'll see what happens.
Unbelievable.
Bring back Michael Massey. Michael Massey made F1 great, but after that,
you're crazy for that.
Let's go into BMW and Team RLL. Ryan,
it was announced. It was announced that BMW and RLL are parting ways after this year. After a pretty goddamn long run.
in a pretty
I just
good
don't
run.
think BMW.
Not
decent.
a great
I just
run,
think
but
BMW. I think BMW wanted more. I think.
Yeah, but I mean, how well have they been doing in WAC?
Don't bring facts into this equation, okay?
Look, I'm just saying BMW wants results, but they're going with most likely a team that isn't getting them the results.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know this. Mid-Ohio is returning on the 2026 Mustang Challenge schedule. I'm trying to find this article I was reading.
Let's go.
For stats. Good to hear that. But yeah,
as long as it's not taking away MX5 Cup, I'll be happy.
So the news first came out that obviously they were departing, and then there were some people saying they might leave IMSA. It was a quiet few people just going crazy.
I think that they even said in their statement they weren't leaving.
Yeah, BMW came out and like reassured and like doubled down on yeah, we're staying, we're committed to the LMDH haha funny program GTP.
Did they say LMDH?
And they're committed. They did say LMDH.
Oh my god.
So, but they were talking about IMSA. They're talking about all.
They might be technically running an LMDH chassis. I don't know. There's a difference.
Yeah, they've only had 2 wins.
In
BMW and RLL.
Really?
GTP. Yep. So rumors are that they'll go to Team WRT. Yeah, and the Team WRT team principal said, "Yeah, we're aware of the rail situation, and we really want to expand into North America." So it's going to be WRT.
It's like Connor Zilich being in Cup next year. The worst kept secret. I mean, yeah, it's going to be cool to get a new team, as long as that doesn't mean RLL falls off. I know they don't want to leave IMSA, but at the end of the day, if you don't have a choice, then you don't have a choice.
Yeah, if you don't.
I know they've talked about if they leave IMSA, what that means, and there have been a few rumors I've heard. One of them that I heard was a possible NASCAR truck team.
Oh.
Possible Indy next expansion. Just ways to keep the guys at the factory busy until an opportunity presents itself, probably for IMSA.
How about you literally just send them all to IndyCar? They could use the help.
I mean, they could, but how useful of help is it going to be?
Yeah, that's true. That's
maybe
fair.
The pit stops could be better, but I don't think RLL's pit stops are better. Let's send them to Andretti, please. I don't know. What I kind of would love to see is maybe RLL take a year off. do like an LMP2 program for a year or something, and then become a Ford team in 2027 when I believe Ford is debuting their hypercar.
I would not complain about that. That would be pretty sick.
Because I don't know if, I mean, Ford kind of just does their own race teams normally, but you never know if they might want to pair with
Yeah.
experienced GTP support. RLL is definitely a good option, but I mean, you've got some really good drivers on that team. Who's not a BMW driver on that team? Who's going to be unemployed?
That's a great question.
Actually, they might all be BMW drivers since RLL is the factory team in the US.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're all. I don't think anyone loses their job because of this.
Yeah, no drivers will.
But I could be wrong. But there's been a lot of news coming out this past week. Alpine, their program is stalled due to the car not selling well in the U.S. That is their exact reason.
Wait, Alpine sells cars in the U.S.? Or are we specifically talking about their hypercar?
Electric sports car.
I did not know Alpine was even in the U.S.
Yeah, so that kind of checks out.
All right. I'm gonna go on a little rant here. Not a 40-minute caution rant. Do companies not understand that you can't just slap a name on a car and that's advertising? You're not going to get a return on your investment. Like, looking at this
they're crazy. They basically said they're like, yeah, the only reason we want to race is to spread brand awareness. It's not going to work like that if the car's not out there already.
Yeah, and I mean, my whole thing is brand awareness. If you just slap your logo on a car, you're not going to get brand awareness from that. You have to activate at the events and have stuff like, if they have their car racing and then they have like a tent set up, like a Renault or an Alpine tent set up with the car in it, in the midway, in the fan zone, that's how you get brand awareness. You can't just slap stickers on a car and boom, there's our brand awareness. Like, I think the best example is Java House and IndyCar. Like, they title sponsored a race where they don't have any stores, strictly to gain awareness about their CPG. I had never heard of Java House. Actually, I had gone to one of the restaurants in Indy.
I had never heard of Java House before.
Didn't know about the peel and pour pods or anything like that. I love them, and I only know about that because they activated events. You can't just sponsor a car and do nothing with it and expect to get a return on investment.
Yeah,
that's my rant over.
Yeah. No, that's so fair. Let's just keep rapid firing some IMSA news because there's plenty of it. AO, this is not new news, but they're in talks with OEMs for a GTP effort, and I basically, in summary, if they do well this year, it could be soon.
His name is Clyde, I believe. I believe the GTP's name is Clyde.
That's beautiful.
And he's a shark.
So they're saying hopefully towards racing 27, winding stuff in 26 and racing in 27 after making a decision this year. But it's all speculation. This is all purely whatever.
I mean, their admin has definitely been fueling the fire a little bit.
Of course, that's the admin's job.
Whenever someone comments about it, they're like, "Can't wait to see Rexy in a GTP livery." They're like, "No, it's Clyde, and he's a shark. Our fans already decided it." It was during one of the great Le Mans cautions. The live chat for Spike's onboard came up with it.
Beautiful. I love that. I absolutely love that. Lamborghini is pausing the SC63 program for 2026 for strategic.
They're not pausing. They're killing it. Like, let's just be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. They're killing it.
There was flashes of hope.
What do you mean flashes? As in like heat flashes, like heat stroke, something like that?
I mean, they're in for a good reason. At least they're all focusing on the GT3 Lamborghini that's due in 2027.
Yeah, it's almost like
which will also
if you
be a
can't
shit box.
provide driver cooling for your drivers, you're not going to get good results. It's almost like
Yeah,
when your
no, it
drivers are on
is.
the verge of having heat stroke every race, they're not going to race well. They don't
Yeah,
even have an air intake
definitely.
for their drivers. Like, just cut a hole in the roof and run a hose to their helmet. Like,
It's a
Jesus.
Lamborghini.
Like, I could fix that problem. Not fix it, but improve it with a
give me a
hacksaw.
give me a cigarette, a hacksaw, and some flex pipe, and I'll have this shit sorted out.
You're not fast anyways. At least make sure your drivers are somewhat comfortable and add the extra tiny bit of drag. Hell, just put it up next to the radiator and run it through into the car.
Try something. Try something.
Come on,
Yeah.
guys. You can't complain about your results and stuff when you're just not
It
helping
had its
yourself.
moments. They had their moments of speed. There's potential. I hope it comes back eventually.
Yeah, when Roman Grosjean almost died at Watkins Glen trying to hustle the car and doing really well, and then gets out of the car and looks like he's gonna die.
But he didn't. But he didn't. Yeah, a lot of great stuff about IMSA. That's what I love about IMSA, man. It's just so many teams, so many drivers, so many factories that there's always news. There's always news in IMSA.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's one man on earth that knows everything that's going on in IMSA. Because I love IMSA and I try to follow it, but like I feel like I know like what 25% of what goes on. Maybe I know the big headlines.
And
I dive a little deeper.
hopefully that's gonna change. Look, all I'm gonna say is just thank God that nobody used a IMSA car in AI slop by a certain government agency.
My God, yeah, that was. Any car didn't come out and was like, yeah, can we not? Can we not?
Yeah, but they
like,
haven't taken it down.
Which is, yeah, I don't know.
I don't understand it, man.
It makes me mad.
I hate politics so much. Except for the
Keep
politics of racing. I love the politics of racing. Pato who?
Amen, brother. Pato who? That's like, what are they doing? They're making a fool of themselves. We'll talk about this next week in IndyCar.
Yeah.
We'll have a long discussion about this. We'll save that for
definitely.
that because it is 11:02. I work in an amount of hours, 8, maybe 7. I'm tired.
Yep. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your week.
Well, next time you hear from us will be before the next IMSA race, which is it Indy? No. Is it?
No.
What is it? What am I forgetting? Oh, how could I forget VIR? How could I forget Oh wait, no, it's Michelin GT Challenge.
Is IMSA on like a month and a half break? Because Indy isn't until the middle of September.
This is Michelin GT Challenge at VIR. Oh no, it's got WeatherTech. I just don't think there's GTPs. I think it's a sprint.
No GTPs at VIR?
Yeah, it's a 2-hour 40. It's another sprint.
No GTPs at VIR.
I bet there won't even be LMP2s.
You can have one challenge. Of them. You just have to.
It's a GT challenge. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be.
But what is an LMP2 but a different GT car?
So next time we'll have but next video will be before VIR, which is later this month. So you'll hear from us then. We'll hopefully have some resolutions on some of these news articles, or maybe just more news. Probably
we'll have F1 video later this week, probably this weekend. Just going over silly season stuff. Oh my God. Silly season stuff and recapping whatever the last race was. Hungary.
We are so awake right now. We are so live.
Yeah. Hitman, or not Hitman, Jesus. Battlefield 6 playtest drops this weekend.
We'll be grinding that.
Yeah, everyone have a good weekend. Watch some racing. You got NASCAR at Watkins Glen. Watch the ARCA race. If you zoom in really close on Brayton Laster's car, you will see Outside Line Media on it. Shout out to the only pizza man for that. What else is IndyCar's racing this weekend? Hell yeah, we're in Portland.
We are in Portland. Where's NASCAR? Oh wait, you just said we're NASCAR. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make you forget something. Where's F1? Trick
Summer
question.
break.
There you go.
Hold on, I'm checking the trustiest app of all time.
Oh, North, South, 400, 100, whatever the number is.
ARCA
Dirt
Series
race,
West is at Tri-County Motor Speedway.
I know where that is. I'm lying.
North South 100, presented by Sunoco, is at Florence Speedway. And damn, there's really nothing going on this weekend except for NASCAR and
There's
IndyCar.
nothing going on. 2 series.
I mean, yeah, but look at my racing lineup. It's so empty.
What? Wow, that's so barren.
I
How will
mean,
you ever survive?
Comparatively speaking, it is. USF is
Yeah.
running this weekend with IndyCar, and so is Indy next.
Yeah. So, be great racing weekend. Hey, oh my gosh, great weekend of racing. We're going to bed. Have a great night, day, afternoon. What time day is this getting released?
Yep.
Don't argue with your friends over cautions for 45 minutes.
Is what it is. It's just a normal conversation. Just this
time. Do it again.
This time it was. This time it was recorded.
Real.
Have a good one, everyone.